I'ma keep it a bean. Stick to the script every scene. These from last year, but they clean. Say to say I'ma take something else, but it's winning team. Charlie Sheen, fam gang the regime. I'm from Piney Green.
What's good, Shellitronnn here. You can call me Shells, and I'm back at it again with a brand new video. And the Carolina Panthers are keeping it going with their free agent pickups this offseason. Now, look, over the past couple of days, after the big news about Cam, Teddy Bridgewater, and all that, we haven't really been going after too many big name players, too many guys who are going to be starting, too many guys who are really going to be on the field all that often. Most of these guys are depth pieces. Some of them may even just be camp bodies right now, and every team has to go ahead and pick up camp bodies. But there are some guys who may get a chance, may get an opportunity to get on the field. Now, this one right here, this tight end, Seth Devalve, has agreed to terms with the Panthers in this tweet from Tom Pelissero. I'm not really all that sure what exactly this is supposed to mean for the Panthers, because there is sort of a sense that the team needs to pick up a tight end now, that Greg Olsen was basically forced and pushed out the back door. But I feel like a lot of Panthers fans are either forgetting about or completely ignoring what Ian Thomas did in his very limited opportunities in his rookie season and just his past year. Now, his rookie season, he really didn't get very many chances to play. Even when Greg Olsen went down, they just did not target him. But at the back end of the season, he did get a lot of targets, and he had 333 yards and 2 touchdowns. He looked pretty good then. But just this past season, the team just completely ignored him. And it wasn't like we were going to the tight end very often, because the team ignored Greg Olsen a lot of games as well. It was kind of weird seeing the team just never use the tight end in the game plan and the scheme after spending the last 4 or 5, even I call it 6 years, where the tight end was the most important position in the passing game. That was a little weird to me, but I feel like Panthers fans, because we already know Ron Rivera does not like younger players. He will not give them chances to get into the game. We kind of got a chance to, I guess, forget about Ian Thomas. But if you look at what he's done, look at his stats, look at what he does when he's on the field. He has a good catch rate. When he's on the field, he makes plays, and he's good at blocking. Then we have our second tight end, Chris Manhertz, who is one of the better blockers on the team. I feel like he doesn't get a lot of respect because, one, he's a tight end, he's the backup, and he's not a receiving threat tight end. So it's like, okay, it's just a guy, he's just a jag on the team. Like, if he was going to be gone, it wouldn't matter at all. But Chris Manhertz is one of the most consistent blockers on the team. So when I hear fans talk about wanting to draft a tight end early in the draft, or wanting to pick up one of these other guys like Eric Ebron or something, it makes me think that they're kind of, well, honestly, very much so, underestimating what we have in Ian Thomas and in Chris Manhertz. But getting back to Seth Devalve, he's a backup. Honestly, it's the best way to put it. He's a backup. He's played in 53 out of the possible 64 games in his 4-year career. And honestly, I just really don't know what to think about him. Here are his stats. There's nothing that's too crazy about these stats. In the one season where he actually got some playing time, his second year in the league, he got 50% of the snap counts. He had almost 400 yards and a touchdown. That's really good for a backup tight end in the league. But other than that, he really hasn't gotten the field very often. His rookie season, he only played in 9% of the snap counts on offense. Like I said, his second year, he played in 50%. His third season, he played in 9% again. So he had 50% and then went right back down to 9% on the same team. And then just this past year, he's on the Jags, and he had 30% of the snap count. That's about right for what a backup tight end will get in the league. But his stats just do not really impress. He is the epitome of a backup tight end, and I just do not know exactly what his blocking looks like, because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not really looking at how these backup guys in the Browns or the Jags organizations block. But this right here could possibly be a camp body, but I would be kind of disappointed if we were to cut either Chris Manhertz or give up on Ian Thomas for Seth Devalve. And I'm being 100% serious when I say that's nothing against Seth Devalve. He could be a very solid player, and he could be a productive member of the team. But I feel like with Chris Manhertz and Ian Thomas, the team already has something. And I feel really weird with holding on to 3 tight ends as well as Alex Arma as a fullback. You know, fullbacks are tight ends / fullbacks, and any of our tight ends could probably play fullback as well. So I feel really weird about holding on to, one, a position that really no other team actually has in fullback, but also 3 tight ends when I feel like most teams only have 2. I mean, you have to go one or the other. Either 2 tight ends and a fullback, or just 3 tight ends, no fullback. And I like what we see from Alex Arma, even though we don't really see him in the game all that often. So for Seth Devalve, he could be a solid player, but for me, nothing against him. I hope this is a camp body move because I really like both Chris Manhertz and Ian Thomas, and that really is all it is to it. I mean, 2 different seasons, having 9% of the snap counts. One where he actually got in the game and he did perform. And then just his past season where he looked serviceable. He did look serviceable, but that's all I got for you. A decent looking player who should get a spot on the team, but I just hope it's not on the Panthers if it costs one of these other guys their job. And I really do think that if Seth Devalve makes the team, it's going to cost one of these guys that I like a lot more their job. That's all I got for you, though. What are your thoughts on Seth Devalve, his play, his stats? What do you think about Ian Thomas and about Chris Manhertz? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Are you ready to move on from those guys in favor of Seth Devalve? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And you already know what to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.